Hey guys, welcome to the Mid-South Classic 4. We're having 185ers and 155ers today. We're going to check out that 185 bracket first. So our lineup is going to start with Chase Hanna versus Seth Morrison. Chase Hanna is a brown belt out of 10th Planet Atlanta under Sean Applegate. Now, we've seen him compete a lot lately. He has a really good game. So we know Sean is very technical. He teaches really good concepts, and Chase kind of is the exact representative of that. So like when you watch him compete, he's very fluid. He doesn't ever look like he rushes or forces anything. It's a beauty to watch his game. When we have Seth coming out of 10th Planet Perry under Stephen Aiken, he's a white belt, so he's coming in. He's got a great guard. He's really fun to watch play. He's got a little bit of leg lock understanding, so I'm interested to see how he does against Chase. Our second matchup is going to be Alex Hall versus Michael Clark. So Alex Hall's coming out of Ironclad. He's white belt. Michael Clark is a 10th Planet Jacksonville product, and he's a purple belt. I'm really interested to see this matchup because we know Ironclad, they're coming out with some wrestling, that front headlock game that Matt likes to show. It's really hard to put up with that sometimes. They get a control of your head, and whatever they do, it's hard to get it off.
You saw the Ironclad. I'm over here off camera, people. This is Isaac Stackhouse, and that's Pete McGregor over there. Say what's up, Pete.
What's up?
But the Ironclad folks were here last night, and we saw some people grab some heads and definitely saw that philosophy being passed on to the younger generation.
Yeah, there was a lot of front headlock to dart switches for sure last night between about 5 or 6 different competitors. So, but my man kind of stood out last night with a quick armbar finish. So it'll be exciting to see where he takes it today.
Right, it was a flying armbar at that. That's super fun to watch. Then you have Michael out of 10th Planet Jacksonville, so he's under Brian Brown. He's an MMA fighter as well, so he should be really well-rounded. I think he'll be able to address what Alex throws at him, or at least have an answer for it.
For sure. You got to think coming out of Brian's gym, he's going to be a solid competitor. So
right, there's a lot of killers down there.
Definitely.
So the next matchup is my favorite matchup of the first round. I think it's going to be the most interesting just because I like these two guys' styles. I like how they compete. It's Matt Elkins out of Ironclad. He's a brown belt. And then Kevin Sherrill out of 10th Planet Atlanta. He's a blue belt. Like we were saying, Matt Elkins has got that front headlock game. He's really good about once he gets that chin strap, it's just super hard to get him off. And he knows he's going to get it at that point. Like he believes once he gets that chin strap, he's got you.
And if you've watched any of the PGF, like who doesn't like Matt Elkins, you know?
Right, those brothers.
Definitely a fan favorite of the last season that was that just happened recently. I became a fan of his and his brother for sure. Very honest, very genuine, great attitudes, good humor. You definitely see a lot of passion and a lot of heart in everything that they do.
They're out here to be the best and just to get better.
Definitely.
And in turn, they love to see others get better too. You just can't beat that. That's what jiu-jitsu is. And then you have Kevin Sherrill. I've watched some of his games. He's a good passer from what I can tell. He has a good back game and good back control. It's going to be interesting to see if he can get around Matt's guard if Matt sits. Now, if Matt stands, I think Matt's got the advantage on the feet there just because he's a state-winning wrestler. He works with Jake, his brother. Ironclad is producing some great products for wrestling. That's just a tough situation if he chooses to stand with Matt or if Matt chooses to stand and not sit.
Definitely going to be an exciting match.
Our final match of the first round of the 185 bracket is going to be BJ Webb versus Wyatt Montgomery. So BJ Webb is coming from SBG, and he's a purple belt. And Wyatt Montgomery is coming out of Force MMA, and he's a blue belt. I don't know a ton about these guys. I do know they're both MMA fighters, so I'm assuming they're going to just be both well-rounded athletes and not wanting to give up bottom position.
Want to control that top, stay on top, work their game from there. That'd be a fair anticipation of the match for sure.
Exactly. It's going to be interesting to see which way that one goes, just because I don't have enough information on those two guys. So let's check out the 155 bracket. In this bracket, they're all blue belts, so we don't have to call out the rank. We know what they are. We're starting off with Ronald Lewis versus Latrell White. So Ronald Lewis is coming from Gracie Baja, Columbus, and Latrell White is coming from 10th Planet Jacksonville. Like we were talking earlier, 10th Planet Jacksonville is Brian Brown. He's got some really good killers right down there that are some really good MMA fighters and jiu-jitsu players. If I remember correctly, Latrell is actually a MMA fighter as well. So I'm assuming he's got that top game. He's going to want to get on top and want to control and submit from there. I don't know enough about Ronald. It's Gracie Baja Columbus. I'm going to say he's got the good fundamental control here.
But you got to wonder about his no-gi game. Gracie Baja definitely isn't known for their no-gi curriculum. So some schools, I'm sure, have a different curriculum than others. So it'll be interesting to see how his no-gi jiu-jitsu fares in this competition.
Yeah, that's a good point there. The next matchup is going to be Jordan Park versus Skylar Benson. Jordan Park is coming to us from 10th Planet Atlanta, and Skylar Benson is coming to us from Wolf Hunter Jiu-Jitsu. Man, we got a lot of 10th Planet Atlanta guys with us today. They're always super technical. Sean just breathes that into his students. They really just thrive under that. Their technique is always on point. So I'm expecting a really good technical battle out of Jordan. I've seen a lot of his matches, and he's got some smooth leg lock entries. Not surprised, but that'll come in handy if there's not a lot of the other competitors don't understand how to defend it and they're not used to it. Skylar Benson's out of Wolf Hunter Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know a lot about him, but I'm excited to see what he can do.
Definitely. That'll be a good one.
He also came in with a singlet today. Like, he's rocking that confidence. He's ready to throw down.
He was looking for permission to wear that singlet right coming in the front door. So
I didn't know you had to ask for permission to wear a singlet.
Guess you do now.
Apparently so. It's a rad singlet. I'm a fan.
So he was looking to bring the sauce from minute one. So
oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to that match.
All right, our third match of the 155 division is going to be Stephen Dana versus Jay Shields. Stephen's coming to us from 10th Planet Atlanta as well, and Jay Shields out of Tech Center. So, as we know, 10th Planet Atlanta, I can't reiterate enough. It's Sean Applegate. Super technical, leg locks. Their chokes are great too. For like what I've watched, they have a great choke game too, and they can transition from top to bottom really well. So you just have to be aware of everything with that group. Jay Shields, so Tech Center, I don't know a lot about it. I do know he cross trains a lot, sometimes down here in Perry, right, Isaac?
Yes.
Okay. Jay Shields. My man Jay Shields.
Yeah, he trains between the Tech Center and up here, Jimmy. He actually hit the twister, the first twister in the Mid-South on our first show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
He hit it
Hit it on a purple belt. And I think he earned his blue belt off of that twister.
Okay.
So he's going to be
an exciting
exciting
match. Yeah.
I remember watching him now. Like he keeps a super fast pace too. Like he's got that cardio to go on top of it. And I mean, you can't beat nailing a twister in competition. That's pretty fun.
And one of the sponsors definitely kicked in a new prize for the competitors here. Anybody that hits a twister in competition in regulation time. Is that right, Isaac?
Yes.
Anybody that hits a twister in regulation time gets their taxes done.
Twisters and taxes from Works Bookkeeping.
Works Bookkeeping.
I guess, do we need to, we don't have a womp or anything, but we got our first
I can throw it out.
super chat donation.
Hey.
From
From who?
We're throwing is that Sierra's womp. I like that cadence.
It ain't good.
I like the cadence.
Look,
What do
y'all.
the people think? What do the people think?
I can't do it much faster. The Southern accent makes stuff slow.
Let us shout out that donation. Who was it from?
Mandy Aiken.
Oh, Mandy.
Mama Mandy.
Mandy's first super chat donation.
Mandy's always awesome. Love seeing her in the chat. She's so much fun.
Thank you for that.
But speaking, all right, what were we on? Were we on the last one?
Yeah, we're on the last one.
Okay, y'all go ahead and finish that up.
Okay, so our last matchup is going to be Vance Callista versus Andrew Miller. So Vance is actually coming out of Team Callista. He's the son of the head instructor there. And then Andrew Miller is out of Miller Martial Arts.
You got to think my man Vance has been around jiu-jitsu for a minute. You know, if his father owns the gym, you know, he's probably been doing jiu-jitsu for a little bit of of his life. So definitely probably going to bring the heat here.
I wonder if Andrew's like that too, since it's Miller Martial Arts. That'd be cool to have two products that have been range
You know,
training.
I actually asked, and
It's
Andrew
not.
Miller is definitely not related to Cole Miller.
Oh,
So-
that'd be cool though.
But that would have been cool. That would have been cool to see.
Oh, so he's
I
at a
think
Cole's gym,
I think he would have been higher ranked than a blue belt by now if he was Cole's brother,
right?
or maybe not. Maybe Cole would have held that back,
I've been super
beat
hard
him
on
up a
him.
little bit, softened him up.
Like, you gotta earn this more than everybody else. That'd be me.
But we're excited to announce though that all these competitors, the winner of each bracket will get $1,000, paying out more money than anybody in Southern Georgia. In Georgia, period.
In Georgia currently, yes.
Georgia, period. So if you're feeling froggy, make sure you check out the next Mid-South Classic that'll be announced.
$100 buy-in gets you a chance at $1,000.
Be announced in the coming weeks here.
You're betting on yourself. Come out and show out. Take home some money if you're good enough to win.
That's the goal.
Exactly.
And this production, we have got it to where we are brought to you by Matt Viper. We have some amazing custom Matt Viper rash guards that some of the competitors will be rocking today.
They look amazing, by the way.
And they feel great too. That's one of the best rash guards I've put on.
So those will be on sale Monday morning at thewonderinggrappler.com.
Super clean.
Yes, and it'll be first come, first serve, 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Very
We're selling
nice.
it out. We're
Set
we're
your
doing the
alarms.
Supreme style.
Very nice.
Yeah, set
When they
those
gone, they
alarms.
gone. They ain't no more.
Man, you can't give up on those limited editions. You got to get on them while you have them.
Definitely. And then another one is that we're doing is that Stephen Aiken has launched his archives. Right now, it's just classes that are going up, and their classes going to his Kajabi. So you can sign up for $5 at thedreamsteven.mykajabi.com. So if you want to find a way to support, the Dream Show and everything that's been going on over here, you can go on over there to Kajabi and sign up for his archives.
What's that address again?
It is the Dream Stephen Aiken mykajabi.com. $5
It's
a
only
month.
$5 a month,
$5
right?
a month.
$5 a month for some liquid gold.
Come on, you can spare $5 for some of the best instruction you'll get.
Also, if you find yourself in legal trouble, call Buddy over there at Musgrove Trial Firm, 678-226-1994.
Don't be getting into trouble, but if you do,
But if you do,
call Buddy.
call Buddy.
He got you.
He got you. And also, our competitors are wearing sheath underwear. So you can support the show by going to sheathunderwear.com and using the code MidSouthSaves20 to get 20% off on your order.
Oh,
The sheath underwear,
sheath underwear. That's no joke.
they've been a hit down here in the balmy
Sure.
South.
The swamp of Southern Georgia.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, there's a pouch and it separates everything for you. And we've heard good things from
And
competitors.
you tuck exactly what you think.
Whatever
into
you
that
need. Yeah,
pouch.
they have
Yeah.
little fruit.
Yeah.
They have little fruit diagrams.
Separation
Yeah.
creates air.
Gives you everything.
Max airflow.
And they
100%.
have girls stuff as well. So
Yes,
it's
they
not
do.
just for the guys. Don't get worried about the name. Like, they have some great girls underwear as well. So go check it out. And their sports bras are really good too. Like, they're great quality and they're really supportive.
So
They have that bamboo wicking type
I like
material that really comes. Their t-shirts are my favorite shirts to run in.
that. Amazing.
I love their
I'm
t-shirts.
gonna go check that out. So is there a promo code?
Mid-South saves 20.
Mid-South Saves 20 gets you 20% off.
The pro move there, Pete. Pro move. What have we explained the rule set as to what we're going to be doing
We
today?
have not.
Well, let's run that.
I think the rule set is going to look a lot like the EBI format. Am I correct, Isaac?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a sub-only time limit match
10
of
minutes.
10 minutes. So each competitor will have 10 minutes in regulation to finish the match. If the match is not finished, then what happens, Sierra?
We have 3 EBI overtimes unless there's a submission in the first one, and then you try to get the fastest submission. Other than that, it's going to be based on ride time or quickest escape, however you want to look at it. Whichever competitor has the longest ride time or the quickest escape time, it's the same thing, just a different way to count it, will win that match.
So that's pretty much flat and easy, straight up rule set. No points, no
No ifs,
refs
ands, or buts about
decisions,
it.
no
Yeah.
nothing. We let the
gotta determine
competitors figure it out.
Sierra, I heard that you and Steven have a little food bet going on. We won't reveal the names of who y'all are betting on yet, but what is the winning and losing of the food bet here?
Okay, so either way, Steven wins this bet because he gets
He
white.
does. It's a win-win here.
It's a win-win. So the bet is that I will make a dessert of the Steven's choosing. He has already chosen my white chocolate Reese's,
Ooh.
and if Steven wins, I pay for them. If I win, Steven has to pay for them and go shop for the ingredients because I don't want to go to the store.
So either way, he gets Reese's.
He gets fed.
Either way, he gets Reese's, but one way I don't have to pay.
Okay. True.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'm excited to see these matches. I'm excited just to watch them.
For sure. After last night's performances by the white and blue belts,
That
man,
was
stoked.
if the people want to go watch that last night, they can go over to Steven's channel and watch some white belts and blue belts try to kill each other.
in fact, one of them, one of the competitors is here tonight from last night.
Yeah, that's Alex.
He couldn't get enough matches, so he asked to be signed up for today. When he
Dove
heard somebody
straight in.
dropped out.
Yeah, that's what you call legit right there. That guy's ready to get some experience, and that is a competitor.
And as much as we don't like last minute dropouts, we do respect people who pull up and want more matches. So
Hey,
good on you, Alex.
like we said, show up with $100 in your hand, and hey, you can run it.
See
Man
what
wants
happens.
that. How
What it's
bad
all
do you
about.
want it? My man Alex wants it for sure.
Definitely, and he went for very tough young gentleman from here in Perry. That so like he wasn't just like rolling against some like smash white belt and was like, oh, I didn't get enough of that. Like it was
That
a
was 3 stiff matches.
stiff matches.
Stiff
Man.
matches.
I thought no, did they? Yeah, they did 3. I thought they almost did 4. They were pushing it. That was a.
Oh,
fun
we had
match
people
to watch.
calling each other out from corners of the mats and whatnot, and then me, Keelan, and Matt Elkins stayed up till the wee hours of the morning talking about the master plan of the fact that like that's going to become a regular occurrence.
That's
like
great.
we're going to roll up and just let white belts kill each other.
That's great.
And that's a great experience because you're going to get more matches that way in a set up competition. Set.
We started about 10 in here, but they'll be here in 5. So they'll definitely be here in about 10.
So that was an announcement from Stephen Aiken, and we have a small crew of fellas that are running late. So they're about 5 minutes out. So we're going to start in about 10 minutes. Stephen was threatening to make them do the wrestling promo run-in. So I'm prepping the fog machine. I didn't make sure that Keelan brought the fog machine so we could get a cue of the
Run and go.
music.
A run and go.
Stay closer.
Let's do a run and go because that's. Oof. I like my warm up time.
Yeah, I'm one that needs a little bit of warm up to get the grease in the gun moving
For
a little
sure.
bit.
For sure.
I mean, I'll do it, but I'll be sore later.
For me, it comes with age. You know, the older I get, the longer it takes to warm up. For sure.
Brandon said if you're cooking tonight that he's gonna be here ASAP.
Oh, he
So
loves
he's
my
on
food.
his way.
Y'all don't understand. I'm a baker and a cook.
A baker and a cook.
Hit me up if you ever want good baked goods. I'm the person for it.
Between you and Becca, like the food that's been here. I mean, this weekend the guys showed up last night for all the thing, and we were like, "What's open?" And they're like, "Well, there's already some tacos made." So I mean, there's food galore at all
That was
these things.
unreal that your sister had made 20, like tacos for 20.
Oh,
I
they
know,
were
it's
so
just
much.
amazing.
That's insane.
I tell you what, I told Steven, I was like, I'll make the white chocolate Reese's, and if I have time, I'll make my Oreo truffles. And Brandon, you know what those are about. You love both of those.
You know,
Egghead throwing
Brandon-
us up some tents over there. Give him a womp womp.
Womp,
Womp, womp, womp.
Egghead's a super fan.
Man, what's up, Egghead?
2 days in a row.
He's everywhere,
Super
man.
fanning it hard.
Oh man, he
Egghead's
is.
Egghead.
awesome. He's one of the best supporters we have. I love getting to talk to him and see and hear from him.
Hey, speaking of food and BMAC, BMAC stole my Bojangles one time,
Oh
and I'm
wow!
still not over it.
You hear that, B-Mac?
So
You hear
you
that?
remember that time you ate my fried chicken? Huh?
he sounds pretty salty, Brandon.
Man,
Still
you
not-
can't steal a
still
man's
not
fried
over it.
chicken.
Can't steal my Bojangles.
Is it just Bojangles or any fried chicken?
Just Bojangles. I could leave Popeyes. I'm not a Chick-fil-A fan.
What about
Actually,
some homemade
we're
fried
in
chicken?
Georgia right now, and I heard they have a Hawaiian Chick-fil-A somewhere here.
Oh yeah, I've heard about it.
So I might be making somebody take me on that drive for that Hawaiian Chick-fil-A.
Man, I'm partial. There's just a Jamaican place right down the road. It's really good. It's like a little hole in the wall you'll pass by.
None of these are sponsors, by the way.
No, it's just like
Bojangles does not
we were on
sponsor
the
us
food
yet.
thing.
Yet.
Hey, we just got is that 2 pounds? Is that what that is?
I'm not sure,
Oh,
but it's from
I
Kai
don't know.
Johnson. So womp womp womp.
And we got a new member. Do we do things for new members? We haven't decided yet.
I don't know, but thank you for being a new member.
Thank you for being a new member, Mary R. Whoop.
We got a Kajabi member. A new Kajabi. Is that what it is?
Is that what that is? No.
Oh,
That,
okay.
that's a YouTube member.
Okay. Oh, you have membership
YouTube.
subscriptions on here.
Yeah.
I guess so. That's a new thing.
Thank you for subscribing.
Yes.
Oh, that may be to Brandon's channel. Okay.
Ah.
I'm looking at it through the back.
Thank you for subscribing to BMAX
Brandon's
channel.
Womp,
Brandon
womp, womp.
MC.Ninja,
Yeah.
one of the best human beings in jiu-jitsu. Don't tell him I said that.
Mandy, are you taking Starbucks orders through the chat?
Ooh, Mandy's legit the best right now.
I take 2 shots of espresso with almond milk.
I'll take 2 shots of espresso.
I'll get the same thing as Pete. I don't need any almond milk in mine.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? We're glad everybody's here. We got 95 folks in here. So,
Wait for jiu-jitsu.
no, Keelan's tracking your mic.
Brandon just said you're his boo boo.
Yeah, but you still stole my Bojangles, so
Keelan's got you covered.
I wanna make up on that one
Brandon, you're gonna have to get him some Bojangles.
with some bow rounds. Don't forget the
Some
bow
bow rounds? What are bow rounds? I've never been to Bojangles.
They're like a fried potato,
Okay.
but they're only sold at breakfast, I think.
Okay.
So gotta get up early, mad early for that stuff. Does Brandon get up 6 a.m.? Does he do 6 a.m.
No.
classes?
Yeah, that's everybody's in here asking about what is
That's not.
Bojangles.
That is not in Brandon's cards.
That's Scaff's job. Scaff's got all the early morning classes.
Mandy, that's correct. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna do the first round of the blue belts first. Yeah, sorry for being late. Should I do this? Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're about to get started.
Stephen making announcing credits.
Is it on? Hand him that one. And then just hand it back to
This
Pete when
one,
you're
right?
done. Yeah, I got
Okay.
you. You're on.
Cool. So we're gonna get started first with the blue belt first round. Ronald Lewis versus Latrell White, then Jordan Park versus Skylar Benson, Stephen Dana versus Jay Shields, Vance Kalista versus Andrew Miller. Then we're gonna go from the first round in the blue belts. We're gonna do the first round of the 185s with Chase Hanna versus Seth Morrison, Alex Hall versus Michael Clark, Matt Elkins versus Kevin Sherrill, and BJ Webb versus Wyatt Montgomery. And then we'll just go back through, do the second round of the blue belts, second round of the 185s, finals. Okay. We'll get you guys paid out and out of here today. Cool. Anybody got questions? Competitors? All right. We'll do first match in 5 minutes. How about that? Y'all cool with that?
Yep. First match in 5.
First match in 5.
5 minutes.
You heard it.
Oh, hey, and also the wall. We're going to let you guys play off of the wall. So don't try to mess up or whatever on the wall. If you start stalling against the wall or whatever, though, we're going to drag you out and probably restart you and stuff like that. Try not to flee the mat. If you obviously flee the mat, we're going to try to start you back in that bad position. So you're going to be in a worse spot probably if you flee the mat. And Richard thinks that you're trying to escape the submission by leaving the competition field. Okay. All the way to the walls is fine. Yeah. And you can go off of the wall if you want to, but try to stay off of it. Play jiu-jitsu is not really what we're trying to focus on the most, but we don't want to stop the action. That's the biggest thing is we want you guys to get out here and do your best stuff. Make it a good show. Okay. Oh, and we have a bonus for twisters, taxes and twisters, the works bookkeeping and accounting service. They're going to pay everybody. They're going to give everybody a free tax return that does a twister today. So they're my personal accountant. They're going to do your tax returns if you can hit a twister. So I mean, that's a hell of a deal if you ask me, man, because they're top quality people. Okay. All right. We'll get started in just a few minutes, guys.
All right.
Should I hold it?
No, Keelan will have it.
No, it's actually
So we're going to be starting in 5 minutes.
Excellent.
Everybody tell us what they think. And who are you in here cheering on?
Yeah, let us know who you got for 155.
Brandon said that his channel is sponsored by Wu-Tang Financial.
What?
I didn't even know.
Really?
Did Wu-Tang do finances?
Well, they do now.
diversify your bond.
Yeah.
Man, Brandon's got a good point in there. He's talking about the wall, seeing how that's going to play into how the competitors do.
It might. Definitely might.
That'll be interesting to see.
If you guys want to hang out on the
Especially
wall,
some of the heavier guys.
Yep.
Kind of clear out. You know what I mean?
Who's first?
Up first is going to be Ronald Lewis versus Latrell White.
Okay, all right. This is in the
155 bracket.
blue belts and below. Welcome everybody that's joining the stream. Make sure you share it with your friends. Remember that our custom Mid-South Classic competition rash guards by Matt Viper are going to be available Monday at 9 a.m. on Eastern. That's going to be at the wonderinggrappler.com. Pretty cool looking rash guards.
Wait till you see them, guys. They're pretty clean.
Yeah, get them while you can. They're limited edition. They're going to sell out fast. Great quality. Matt Viper did an amazing job on these rash guards.
And if you're a pro wrestling fan, come on, Mid-South rash guard, you got to jump on that for sure.
Steven really has leaned into living the dream of a professional wrestling career.
I like it.
Go for it. Do what makes you happy.
You can also go get Sheath Underwear at sheathunderwear.com. Use the code Mid-South Saves 20 and go get your boys some support.
The boys.
The boys. And don't go out there and get yourself in any trouble. But if you find yourself in that scenario, call Buddy.
Call Buddy.
678-226-1994. Call Buddy Musgrove.
Buddy's
It's Musgrove
gotcha.
Trial Firm. So we got folks warming up. Looking like everybody's getting going. There's
Yeah, we got Kevin Sherrill warming up with Set Josh Yelverton.
Yep, it looks like Yelverton
That's
out
right.
there.
And then Sean's watching his guys because Chase is beside him. Matt Elkins stretching over in the corner.
People in the comments, who we got for this first match? Who y'all calling? What's the first match again?
Ronald Lewis and Latrell Wright. Latrell White. So Ronald Lewis is out of Gracie Baja Columbus, and Latrell White is out of 10th Planet Jacksonville. Everybody in the division's blue belt. I think I'm gonna go with Latrell White on this one. I think since he's an MMA fighter, if I recall correctly, he's gonna have that well-rounded game. He's gonna have a strong top game, and he's gonna be able to control the position. And then, like Pete mentioned earlier, we don't know if that Gracie Baja gym does a lot of no-gi or not. So I'm leaning towards the no-gi guy in this situation, especially because he's out of Brian Brown's gym.
Yeah, each Gracie Baja probably has a different curriculum, but mostly we know that they're definitely key-centric. So it's always interesting to see a Gracie Baja competitor in a no-gi competition.
100%.
But then we see guys like Edwin Najmi. He kind of blows that stigma out of the water, you know.
That is true.
Definitely got a solid no-gi game, as shown at ADCC.
Man, some would consider that the Olympics of our sport.
Definitely is. Yeah, every 4 years. Every 2 years, but it's been almost 4 by the time the next one comes around, yes.
Yep. amazing competitors out there.
I'm excited for the next one. The next one's in Vegas. Yes, 2022.
Yep, and
Oh, man.
they're going to sell tickets soon. I think they go on sale in September, so you can go watch it in person.
I'm jumping all over those right away.
I think I'm going to too. I want to see that. And it's going to be in the biggest venue they've held it in, I think. About, 10,000 fans they said they can support.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Brandon said that the PGF 3 is the new Jiu-Jitsu Olympics.
Oh,
Oh, that's a huge call out right there.
Hey,
You can't go wrong with the PGF, y'all. You got to check it out, especially season 3. Those qualifiers are going on. Next one's August 14th in Atlanta, and there's already been some stiff competitors coming out for that.
and if you haven't already, definitely check out the first 2 seasons free on YouTube on Brandon's page on YouTube, BrandonMC.Ninja.
we're letting everybody get warmed up and stretched out here at the Mid-South Classic number 4.
There is a hush in the room for sure. And
There
everybody's
is.
looking hungry.
Yeah,
There
they're all ready
is.
to go.
I'm gonna like the bigger mat space. A lot of times, normally we have just that strip where those guys are sitting across the room from us
Okay.
is normally taken out, and so it's just like the one square in the center of the room. So it's nice to thank you, Mandy, for
Thank you so
the coffee
much.
order, and
It smells great.
the extra mat space is going to be nice because they use up mat space so quickly in these type competitions.
Definitely.
Ma'am.
Big athletic boys. It's going to be a lot of transitional spots, a lot of movement. Definitely going to see, hopefully see the
we
wall
started.
come into play here.
Oh, they're still warming up.
Oh, they're just warming
Yeah,
up.
they're just
Just
warming
Okay,
up. Yeah.
I was confused for a moment.
When we've done the PGF, everybody, I mean, if you've seen Decatur's mat space, we have this big blue mat, and them guys can take up some space and they can cover some ground.
Oh yeah, y'all have a large amount of space up there in Decatur, and everybody still ended up at the edge a couple of times.
I mean, whatever you give them, they will take. That is how I look at it when it comes to mat space. Whatever you give them to compete on, they'll use what you give them. That's why that wall is going to be interesting, because if you get up there and get pinned against it, sometimes you won't be able to complete a move, or you'll have to move your body in a way that you can adjust around that wall.
Well, I mean, wall fighting is an entirely different skill set of its own sometimes.
100%.
So there can be, I mean, it's an extension of the floor for a lot of people. I mean, you got guys that start off on the ground, and you have guys that work their way all the way up to where you're doing basically jiu-jitsu in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a fan of the wall fighting from the MMA background that I have. So I enjoy watching that and seeing that happen. Yeah, whenever you're ready. All right, we're about to fire up. This is the Mid-South Classic number 4.
Let's get
Coming at
started.
you live from Perry, Georgia.
Match number 1.
The highest payout right now in Georgia. $1,000 to the winner.
Any competition.
Any competition.
10 minutes.
Latrell chose skins. My man Ronald's got the shirts. Ronald sits.
Yeah, he's choosing to sit on him. Right, he's looking for that rope pass right now. He's going to control that bottom arm.
Latrell's got that 2-on-1. Looking to work that pass from top.
Looks like Ronald's got a good. He's trying to invert under him. That's a fun little play there.
Latrell's got him pinned here, not letting him elevate.
Can control that far side arm. He's going to transition to an arm bar here or just try to turn around.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to roll over. Good guard recovery.
Yeah, that was a good choice on his end. All right, now into closed guard.
Lewis is in the blue. White chose skins, correct?
Yes.
Sir. Ronald looking for that hip bump sweep. Just can't come up.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to transition back and forth between that and like a flower sweep with his legs locked though.
Latrell staying heavy on top.
Yeah, I'd like to see him use his head a little bit. If he's going to stay low like that, I would put my head up under his chin and just grind on Ronald's face a little bit here.
Agreed.
You choose to go on bottom, you could choose to be uncomfortable, is my philosophy there.
That sounds like Brandon talking.
Shout out to my coach.
Brandon MC Ninja.
Ooh, nice recovery there. It almost looked like he was going to go for like a knee, flying knee from the ground, like to slide into that back step situation there for Honey Hole. That would have been cool.
I feel like if I was Latrell, I might want to actually push him to the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of underhandedly, little sneaky wise, but
Start pinning him because the way he's recovering his guard is like that big inversion where you
yeah,
swing
try
and
to
swip
take
over.
that inversion out of the game.
Yeah, that'd be a good move for him. Right now, he's just working on pinning him from the inverted guard.
Latrell being patient with this.
Oh, going for that leg lock in the backside 50-50. Oh. All right, let's see that roll. Look, we're setting up a Dars control here. Okay, back to the guard. Nicely done.
Good action from Latrell. Trying to attack that neck.
I like seeing him pushing the pace now. Like he saw that opening and he went for it. All right, Ronald's trying to clear his head down there.
It's a fast pace for a 10-minute match.
Sure is.
We're at the 6-minute and 15-second mark.
Latrell's being really disciplined with his head. I like that. I like seeing that from the top player.
I feel like he's being disciplined with his energy output as well. Seems like he's not really expending a whole lot of energy to keep Ronald, in this guard position.
Yeah, he's being controlled. He's understanding where he's at, and he understands how much he needs to put out in this position.
Ronald getting a little desperate with.
He's
those
going to a
frames.
K guard entry right there. Ronald really likes that body triangle closed guard.
Body triangle makes it hard though to attack with it.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like you kind of get pinned in that situation. Like you have to open up a lot more space to maneuver when you're doing the triangle closed guard.
Halfway through the match.
Both guys kind of settling down a little bit now. Ronald's not pushing it as much at this point. He's assessing it now.
We are under the 5-minute mark.
Latrell passed.
Nice.
He's got Ronald turtled. Nice
Smooth
transition. To the
transition.
back.
Ronald's
Just can't
defending
stay
well.
there. He's got that Kimura trap.
Looks like he's going to transition to the crucifix from here.
Oh, he's got that crucifix locked.
Yep, and the single arm choke there. Good job by Ronald defending that. That was a good transition out of
work.
there. Latrell had a good look at that crucifix.
Just couldn't lock that Kimura tight.
Yeah. I think he switched over to that choke a little too soon. So now Latrell's playing guard.
Latrell still attacking that neck heavy.
Maybe he'll use it to get a reaction to go to the legs. That's something I like to do. Is like if I attack the head, sometimes they'll post up really high, and that'll give me an entry into the legs. Or make them pressure forward really hard, and then that makes the inversion easier.
Lots of heavy breathing from both guys. 3
Latrell
minutes.
stands back up in the reverse position.
Yeah, these are 10-minute matches. Not a lot of people train these all the time. It's a different cardio, especially if you don't know how to pace yourself through the match.
That's what, Sierra, you're familiar with some 10-minute rounds up there in Decatur occasionally.
Yep. Every once in a while, Scap throws on a 15-minute match, and those are fun. Nice transition to the. I'd like to see him scoot his hip back just a little bit to ensure the control in the back there.
Latrell definitely in control here.
Man, Sean's giving some great advice over there, like looking for that arm triangle. Yep. Looks like he's going to figure 4 and try to finish that from mount.
See if this wall comes into play.
Yeah, because if he tries to slide off, he's going to be directly beside him, and he's going to have an easier time catching that leg and bridging in. But it looks like he's on his chin. He's not really up under it like I'd want to be on that arm triangle. I want to be right on the throat. I'd like to see him shift his hips down a little bit and then go back up under that neck.
Ooh, heard some of that sweet music coming from over there.
That head and arms looking tight now.
He's starting to shift down, like he's slowly getting it down. Yep.
Almost transitioned into side control. That could have been it there.
Yeah. He could take a windshield wiper, that left foot of his, and hook it behind the knee and turn Ronald the opposite direction to finish that.
Ronald's in trouble here.
Yeah, he's locked up the rear naked choke grip from there.
He's deep.
Yep.
Can you finish this from the back?
From the bottom, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah, he doesn't have that pressure to drive forward now and to drive down into the arm that he's got trapped. He may have opened up the space for Ronald to get his arm out and to get his head. Yeah, that was what I was worried about.
Great work. Now the question is how tired is Latrell's arms now?
He looked like he was squeezing a little bit there at the end, so we're going to have to pay attention to that.
And his arms have been
recently.
busy all night attacking that neck. So
Yeah.
See if he sticks to that game plan.
Just getting ready for overtime is what we heard from the corner over there at Sean. Got 2 seconds. Time. So that's no submission. So now we go to a overtime, which is with the EBI overtime rules.
Yep, and we have up to 3 of them.
top and a bottom inning.
We're going to keep track.
No
Try to
sub-
keep an accurate time, but
There's no submissions. We go to ride time.
Sit me up. Sit me up. Sit me up. Timer ready? Yes. I got it now. Go.
yeah, Ronald made sure to call out. He wanted to be sitting up. I mean,
He looked to get the fair position, though. You
Yeah.
know, we were talking about that in the gym the other day. You know, you take whatever your opponent gives you. He definitely took a better position there.
and it's also up to the ref, too. The ref have to make sure it's in the right spot.
Well, Latrell looks to have that rear
He's
naked
deep.
hooked up.
Ooh,
He's
that's
on
deep.
that.
He's on the chin. I would
Ronald's
just go through
fighting
the
those
chin.
hands hard.
I would just rip through the chin.
Well, he's got 2-on-1 now.
Keep it control. He went to that short grip where he put his arm behind the shoulder, and you can drive through that way and just go through the chin.
He's still
Ronald is
sliding out.
taking a lot of
Wow.
damage.
Man, look at that. Look at that
Oh,
push.
lots of fight.
He's got his head to the mat. Now he just needs to start like rotating his hips.
Latrell's still got that body triangle hooked up.
Yep. And he's
Deep.
trying to make him go belly down.
Definitely is not over.
Nope.
Shoulders have not touched the mat.
Good control there.
And
Wow.
Latrell's on the back again.
That was
that
a good
5-0 grip
transition
hooked up.
factor again.
All sorts of ride time accumulating here for Latrell.
Yeah, I mean, props to Ronald though. Like he was going through the chin. That's my thing. Anything below the noses, the neck, and if you can make that jaw go through their neck, it's not comfortable. So props to him for like being able to fight through that.
Huge. And a massive
Okay, we're at 1:30 on ride time right now. It's going to be a lot of time for Ronald to make up. It sets the bar when the first person can really hold on to the back or hold on to the arm, whichever position they control. Sometimes it makes the other person get worried and go after that submission quicker.
Sometimes I think this is the best strat though.
No.
You want to be first.
Yeah,
You want to set that precedent.
100%. No, Kanan, that wasn't out.
That was time.
Kanan was saying about that being out and being out. Now his
Yeah.
elbow was still in play and he still had control of that connection to the back.
So now we
Hips
switch.
and shoulders got to touch the mat. Yes.
The elbow has to come free. And also, when you look at it, that back control has to be gone. With the ability to re-chair sit, you have the ability to go back to the back.
Ronald on
Both
the
gentlemen looking nice and sweaty in this Georgia heat.
back. Ronald on the back now.
Oh, he went for the Dark Haven escape.
Wow.
Straight to it. See how his hips are already turned? He needs to keep going and get that elbow free.
Whoa. We're still online. We're still here, people. It got crazy.
I'm gonna say that was 20 seconds. It took him to get out. It took him 20 seconds to get out.
No, this is the 155 blue belt, Scaff.
So a minute difference in ride time. A minute or more here.
It was like 1 minute and 40 seconds difference.
Ooh, that's a lot to make up for Ronald.
He's either gonna need to get the submission or he needs to start getting out fast.
Strat here if you're Latrell. Go for the finish.
If I was a
Accumulate more ride time.
I'm gonna do ride time. I don't want to expend myself too much, especially if he does get on to the next round.
Oh, is he
He's
looking
going
for
for
his
a
taxes?
twister.
Oh,
He's
looking
going
for
for a
his get his
twister.
taxes
Homie
done.
wants his taxes done.
He wants that free tax
Gotta
return.
get that tax return.
Oh, he's got a good look at it.
Taxes and twisters coming up.
Oh, he doesn't have that arm. He's got that arm underneath his back. Yeah, that's great position there.
My man at the works.
Oh, look at Ronald.
Almost giving out his first twister bonus. Oh,
Hey, that's a move you can do too. He knew he had a lot of ride time, but he just got out quicker. So now if Ronald can hold on to the back, they could end up going in even on that final round.
if you guys don't know out there, there's a bonus for each competitor. The Works accounting firm is going to do anyone's taxes who finishes a twister inside regulation time. So maybe that wouldn't have counted.
It may not have counted because it was outside of regulation time. That was a fast escape.
That was less than 6 seconds. I think that was less than 6 seconds.
My man Latrell looks like he's winning on ride time here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any way for him.
No. Yeah, there's. Yeah,
He'll have to submit him.
yeah. My man gets a attempt at a submission here.
Going into our third and final overtime, correct?
Yes, man. Or yes, sir.
Oh,
Not to
my.
call you man.
Oh, goodness.
Not to call you man.
Goodness.
Trying to get my southern personality down. Man,
You
and
can
sir
borrow
with
some of
everything.
mine. You can borrow some of mine. I got plenty to go around.
Oh,
Don't be lying. You're mean
slippery.
to everybody.
Oh, I am pretty mean. Yeah. I just
And
like to
there's the
beat
wall
people up
coming into play.
It's the first time the wall comes into play. My man
Oh.
trying to push out of
Oh,
that.
look at that short grip. He's got that arm
Guys over
behind.
the face.
Yeah, still super uncomfortable though.
Big shout out to my man Ronald for enduring this much pain.
There
Yeah.
are 3 overtimes, Sheldon. This is the 3rd and final overtime for
What
this
I'm worried
match.
about with Latrell is that he's burning his arms out. Is he going to be able to recover in the next match if he makes it there?
It's going to be some deep waters here at the Mid-South.
He was putting my man Ronald.
Oh, he gets the tap.
No,
Wow.
Ronald had to submit faster.
That's a way to set the tone.
Great work by Latrell. Amazing work by Latrell.
Okay, so Ronald's shot here is that he has to submit Latrell faster than he submitted him.
We have an approximate time.
I was looking at around 45 seconds to a minute on that one.
On the unofficial time clock over here.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, interesting choice going to the spider
50.
web.
This is
52 seconds it was.
52 seconds. Okay. I would
So my man Ronald here's got 52 seconds. That's a lot of time to finish this armbar.
have chose this position too. This is my favorite one. And if you notice, he chose the left arm. It's the same thing I do. Most people are right hand dominant, so their left arm is weaker.
That's another case of getting whatever your opponent takes from you because he looked to have 2 hands locked into that.
He did.
Yeah.
He didn't have his hand on the mat, but he still got
Luckily,
out.
Latrell still got out. But if I was the man on the bottom, I would have been arguing that one.
I would have said put his hand on the mat. One arm in and one on the mat.
So that moves Latrell White to round number 2 for the 155 blue belts.
I have 1 hand on the mat. He had 2 hands.
The left hand has to be on the mat for spider web. You can't start with 2 hands in.
All right. So that was an exciting match.
Yeah, man, Ronald went through some pain in those BIOT rounds. Like he let his chin get pulled through.
He was eating some hard face pressure there. It'd be interesting to see about the recovery of Latrell in this one. So
Before the match started.
I'm getting a little bit cleaned up here in the balmy South.
Balmy South, they're in an air-conditioned room.
Okay, you tell him.
How you calling it
tell.
balmy when it's swampy? Are
wait.
those synonymous terms?
Maybe I just be misusing that word.
It's swampy. It is swampy. You step outside and you start feeling that sweat come on your skin and you're just like wet. It's swampy. Especially up in Decatur. We have the soup. Okay.
So match number 2.
We've got Jordan Park and Skylar Benson.
Jordan's
He's already
into
on
this
the
leg
heel.
lock. Ooh,
Oh wow,
He's rolling in 50-50.
that was
Nice.
oh my man. Into that outside heel hook.
That's exactly what I was looking for
Crazy
out of
speed.
Jordan.
well.
Props to Skylar for coming out.
Hey, props on the rash guard or not rash guard singlet.
Don't you dare call that a rash guard.
I'm sorry.
Let's go, Jay. Let's go, Jay. Let's go, Jay.
Jay Shields.
And Stephen Dana. One's out of Tech Center and one's out of 10th Planet Atlanta.
Jay is in the red shorts and spats. He's the one that hit our twister in the second.
And Steven, that's sitting 10th out of 10th Planet Atlanta. He's one of Sean's guys. He's looking for that double outside entry already. He's got an outside heel hook and a regular Ashi.
Oh,
He's got that.
tap. Wow, fast. That was quick.
And you have to expect these 10th Planet Atlanta guys are going to come out and just rip legs.
And man, they're
That's what
going
doing.
straight to Ashi with an outside heel hook. That right there is some extreme control. Like that bite he had on the hip for Ashi was incredible.
So now we have Andrew Miller and Vance Callista.
Andrew Miller's from Cole Miller's gym, and Vance Kalista is from Team Kalista. Ooh, look at some head control right now.
Vance's head is in trouble for sure right now.
Looking for that Dar setup already.
Drew Miller, one of Cole Miller's guys.
Using that leg to break down the posture is a great way to get that grip for the Dars. Oh, look, he's climbing up to grab the inside bicep. Nice. But he's got his arm down.
Oh, he's stepping in the mount. Belly down. This is how I defend my. This
Yeah.
isn't the best defense, but it definitely worked. It gets you into a lot of trouble afterwards. But
Oh, look at it. It was good defense. He had his arm stretched out, which is really nice. Good recovery to your guard.
Drew flowing over the top of Vance. It was nice recovery back into guard here.
What was the size difference here, Sierra?
Let's see. Vance is 123 and Andrew is 154. So we're looking at about a 31-pound difference.
Dude's jumping in and running it. Both guys are wearing the event rash guard. You can get that at thewonderinggrappler.com at 9 a.m. on Monday morning.
Vance definitely dealing with the size discrepancy.
Yeah, that's hard to deal with. 31 pounds is a lot, especially with the pace these guys are putting on.
My boy is long, though, and he's got that full guard clamp down on him.
He's looking for that break, but he really needs to get that knee directly in the middle to scoot back and break that open. When it's to the side, you can really just kind of slip off and it doesn't affect your guard too much.
Andrew definitely using his weight now.
Yeah, use the head. If you're gonna play low like that, drive your head into their chin and just wear on it. Treat their head like a Pez dispenser.
I like that analogy.
It's not candy coming out of that mouth, though.
Nope.
Oh,
But it's just as sweet as candy when you get that pass.
She's talking about blood, people. She haven't figured
This-
it out. She wants blood.
this lady over here. This lady.
Oh, is he going from a Nogi Ezekiel on bottom?
I can't quite see the angle.
Kind of remind me of what you hit me with a few years ago, Pete, where you got me on you hit me from bottom with that. Super tight if you get it just right.
Absolutely.
But it's not one that you can get without having it dead on. Like, you got to have that control correct.
And you got to be parallel with your opponent. You got to be lined straight up and down with them. It's really difficult. Any sort of angle switch on that really makes it difficult to lock that Nogi Ezekiel up from the front side.
Yeah.
Calling you out for being mean. Egghead in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
you already know that, Egghead. You've rolled with me.
Oh. Egghead, we thought about an idea where all the white belts had to fight her at the end of the night, too.
How many white belts does it take to beat a girl?
Ooh,
I mean, all right.
all of them is the answer.
All of them.
We're seeing some good wrist control plays now, but I really want to see some attempts to get out of this guard or use that heavy pressure passing here. I mean, when you're driving through the head and lifting up and stacking, it's not good for the bottom person. It really makes you uncomfortable and wants you to give up the guard.
Looks to be waiting, obviously, for some attacks here. Just attempted a triangle. Definitely getting too comfortable lying on his back here and playing that guard. He doesn't have the weight discrepancy to be.
Yeah,
to be
look how
playing
he
around
stepped
down in
over
this
when
position.
he waited for that open and stepped.
We've just now crossed the 5-minute mark.
Going on the legs. Oh,
Whoa.
we're in Ashi. No.
And,
Good pass.
separate everybody out.
Are we going to a mounted triangle or is he just going to transition back to mount from here? Okay, so we're in the butterfly guard.
Great guard recovery. By
Yeah.
Vance.
Oh, big boy sweep.
All right.
Hey. Shout out to PJ Barch. But the Butter Panther, t-shirts on patrol.
Okay,
Yeah.
rocking the.
BJ's got some sick moves.
That's definitely one of them.
Yes.
Made that famous in ADCC trial, East Coast Trials, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember watching him do that.
Oh, sick. And it's like memed to shit now. What does the jiu-jitsu guy do when the MMA guy tells him to stand up? Then they play PJ's video.
Okay, so he's a little too high on the chin here. He's like all over the face. If he wants to finish his arm triangle, he's really going to need to scoot back and get under the chin and on the neck. Most guys are not going to tap if you're on the chin. You can still breathe. It's uncomfortable, but you can breathe. So he just needs to focus on being relaxed here. See, he just pulled himself into that arm triangle. But he got the frame in. That was good. Nice sweep.
Probably had a good 4 or 5 minutes solid.
Oh, look at that triangle.
Closed guard.
It's a good pop triangle there once he put his arm back.
It's definitely looked like he'd been waiting for this.
He passed the arm to the far side. I wonder if he's going to go attack the arm instead of looking to finish the triangle.
Some of Andrew's favorite attacks is in the triangle, so we'll see if his defense is as good as his offense.
I like to say if you can understand the offense to something, you can really understand the defense. But he's got a deep angle now. That's a tight triangle.
Oh, and we got the tap. Oh, man. Big win for the young guy.
That was a beautiful angle cut on that triangle.
Solid technical win by my boy Vance.
Yes.
Good win.
That was a good matchup between those two gentlemen.
All right, next up is going to be Chase, Hannah, and Steph Morrison.
All right, so we're moving over to the first match of the 185 division. We've got Chase Hanna and Seth Morrison. This is an interesting match. It's going to be fun.
Seth has lost an exorbitant amount of weight. He started out at about 260. This is what we could expect.
Outside heel hook.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Good play. Good play. Very good.
It's a beautiful one from Ashi.
Golfing experience there was just really tough for Seth to make up.
Yeah, you just can't beat the experience that Chase has got. He competes all the time. He's always training, but he's training in a manner in which he's learning and he's conceptualizing his moves. It's not just like 100% like running through things. He's expanding all the time.
I'm going back YouTube videos to 2016 and seeing Chase Hanna hitting.
So now we got
ankle locks and heel hooks. So
Alex Hanna.
he's been doing this for a minute.
Alex just took a big shot at Michael Clark.
Which, I mean, Alex is an ironclad product, so I'm not surprised to see that shot coming out.
And he's having that sauce from last night.
Man, he's putting on an aggressive pace right now for a 10-minute match. And after having rolled last night, too, let's see what his energy tank is. Look at that. Michael's being really calm. He's aware of him going out there and pushing the pace, and he's just playing his game. That's a smart move for him.
Alex definitely super active in his attempts to pass.
Got a 2-on-1 on the wrist for Michael. He likes arm bars. See what he plays there.
Alex controlling with double unders.
I'd like to see him work those knees up onto his shoulders for that pass. Once they flare their knees, it's really hard to do that pass because they can start walking their shoulders back. You got to have the knees on your shoulders for that. Michael's now passing his butterfly guard of Alex. He's really keeping those heels to the butt. That makes it hard to sit up or engage from the butterfly when you're pinned like that.
Alex has moved away from the wall. That'll definitely help him. And he's established that underhook now.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be a little safer now in guard.
Okay, he's working back to butterfly. He needs to look to elevate from here to play that butterfly guard really well and to get out from his bottom position. Now we're in a little bit of a Z guard here. He's got his knee shield up.
Looking really, really comfortable.
Yeah. Michael's going after that head and looking for maybe a Darce or a guillotine transition here.
Really impressed with Alex's poise right now as a white belt.
Yeah, his guard recovery is really good being a white belt. I mean,
Staying
that's
calm,
pretty.
staying in the moment.
Yeah, he's not rushing himself or getting anxious, which is some of the things you'll see commonly when white belts first few competitions. The ability to control those nerves is something learned through time, and he's showing that he's got that control and that mental clarity that you need. All right, he's got that 2-on-1, pinning that hand down. That's a great way to get out of the open guard, out of the closed guard. Alex is just doing a great job keeping his knees in and keeping his guard.
Michael heavy on that guard pass. Still hasn't been successful with it.
Now the wall's gonna play into this right here. If he can just like push his neck up into the wall and make it super uncomfortable. All right, look, we're starting for a knee cut pass. He's still got that Z guard. Oh, try armbar attempt. That was
Alex shooting for arm bars. Leg drag into that pass. Ooh,
beautiful.
that was fully man strength.
Right, and he's controlling that space now, the knee. He put his knee in to block that re-guard. Oh, right back into that butterfly guard.
Really impressed with Alex. His guard recovery's on point. He's poised. He's not freaking out.
Yeah, he's
Looks like
really
he's having
impressive.
a good time with it.
I'm also impressed that he just did 3 matches last night that were fast-paced, heavy competition matches.
With a big boy, and he's in there with another big one.
His coach should be extremely proud of him. And there was a honey hole entry from there. I just feel like Michael's giving up way too much space. It's like when he's going to pass, he's allowing Alex to re-guard too easily. He's not bringing in his arms or his knees to negate the space that he's offering. He needs to think about taking the inches and not giving them back.
It sounds like B-Mac talking right there. Shout out to Brandon MC.Ninja.
Feel like I've heard that a couple times.
That makes me feel a little good about myself. Got a good coach.
I only see B-Mac in my nightmares.
When he's wearing those t-shirts and he's just like smothering you with a t-shirt alone.
Trying to punch choke you.
Whispering, I chose violence today.
I choose it every day. Whispering in your ear as he's doing the most terrible things. I'm gonna punch choke you.
Alex breaking that posture down.
Yeah.
Looks to be attacking an arm there. Just not elevating high enough.
Oh, we're gonna go for a leg lock here, I think. And Michael went for that overhook, and he might sit back to Ashi here for that straight ankle. Or he could throw over to the reap if he wanted to. He gave up on that. Yeah, that was good defense from Alex there. He's just sitting down a little too early when he's going for those legs. So, like, you can't sit away from it. With that leg lock, you have to be in tight. He's just giving away that space so that when Alex turns, it's already gone. It's not like he's sitting in tight into the Ashi position. So, like, if Alex does move, he still has a chance to control the knee line more.
There we go, Mike. Now we're in business. Get chest to chest once the knee's
It's a good Z guard he's got going on there.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see. He's an Achi right now. Alex needs to bounce over that hip.
Was that a
Straight
straight ankle?
It was a straight ankle.
Straight ankle. That. Good fight.
I'll come for you.
Okay.
Ooh, he called out Chase. Man, great job by Michael, but I'm super impressed by Alex there. That was some good work by both gentlemen.
Absolutely.
I wonder how long Alex has been training. He is Alex is a white belt.
Wow.
He just showed out there. All right, we're moving on to Matt
Matt
Elkins and
Elkins.
Kevin Sherrill. Matt's already on the head with that guillotine. He's moving up. Good job. Yeah.
Fast-paced match right out the gate.
Man, Matt's just diving on that head. That chin strap is super hard to deal with. You saw him in the PGF. He hit some tough high-level dudes with that chin strap to guillotine.
Yeah, you don't want Matt Elkins here.
Oh, he's going to look to transition to the Dars here. See how he's cupping the back of the head and rotating the bicep?
5 of his students did the same thing yesterday.
Yep. Kevin's going to have to be really, really aware of where he's at here. Not let that shoulder get to his neck here.
And we got the tap.
Nice
Like you
job.
said, we saw a bunch of his students do that exact transition all the way through.
You do not want Matt Elkins on your neck.
Matt Elkins is one of the nicest guys, but he is not a nice guy on the mat. He's after you on the mat. Super fun match by those two gentlemen. So next up, we have BJ Webb versus Wyatt Montgomery. BJ's a purple belt, and Wyatt is a blue.
These are the guys we didn't know much about before this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
they're
MMA guys.
Yeah.
BJ trains with the Elbow Genie pretty frequently, and he also trains up there with the Ironclad fellas a lot.
Do these guys only work out legs?
Well, they say thick thighs take lives, y'all.
They definitely didn't skip leg day. Getting scrambly.
I do.
He's
I
doing
skip
that
leg
single
day
look.
every day.
Touche.
Every day. Legs are overrated, by the way.
Oh, he's already got one arm a little deep
Deep on
on
that neck with that 5-hold control. He's only got
He's
the one
riding a
hook.
little high for me. I need those hips to settle back down more. That's good though. He's a little over the chin, but he can finish there if he goes through it. But he needs to worry about his connection to the back here. Nice sweep.
Lots of quick time.
Yeah, they only want to be on top. Oh no, he sat down. I'm surprised.
Little jiu-jitsu playing. You hear Matt Elkins over there coaching his buddy BJ. They're in the bracket together, but they're still throwing some words of advice across there for him. Oh, he's in on the head.
Good sprawl.
Ugly snap down, too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I mean, these boys aren't being nice. They're going after it. I mean, that's the thing. When you sign up for a competition, you're competitors when you hit the mat. You can be friends off the mat, but you're there to compete.
Let's make it known at the Mid-South Classic, you are here to compete.
We running.
All right. BJ's in that butterfly guard. He's going to go for that razor arm lock, I think.
Nice attempt.
Nice sprawl by Wyatt. He's really aware of those shots, and he's sprawling.
He's in on that low single. Great whizzer. Both guys come up on the scramble. Beautiful.
Lots of good movement.
I see they're both going to stay standing this time. Wyatt's not going to concede for bottom position. He's going to get on top unless he's taken down, I'm going to say, or swept.
I could see BJ sitting there. He's looking a little tired.
Yeah, these 10-minute matches, and at the pace that Wyatt's pushing, it's going to – look, you're right. It's already taxing BJ. Wyatt still looks pretty
Wyatt's
Pretty
looking
cool and
saucy,
calm.
for sure.
– he looks fresh. And they're not doing a slow pace. They're pushing it, especially in certain areas of their scrambles, they're pushing that pace.
Yeah, we're not even 4 minutes in, and they are running.
You know what, Kai? If I make 145, I'll do season 4.
Oh, did you hear that? You heard it first.
If I make 145. If not, I'll be filming it.
Put your hands together and turn that corner.
Kara saying that Wyatt will never get tired.
I believe it.
He looks like it. Still light on his feet, still moving around. Doesn't look like he's tired at all.
But he takes care of his body really well. You can tell he takes care of himself, and conditioning is one thing that you can't fake conditioning. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, you need to work on it.
Definitely not sponsored by Bojangles.
Camera. Ooh. The smallest person in the room jumps in front of the camera.
That's how it works.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Both guys choosing to wrestle here. Almost halfway through the match. 5 minutes, 26 seconds left.
Lots of active wrestling going on here. We had talked about. I'm not There's still yet to be anybody to hit the Twisters and Taxes tax bonus from Works Bookkeeping. Got a little cheering crowd over here.
He's really looking for that armbar shoulder crush that Jonathan does. Like, he really reaches up and controls the arm, and he starts to rotate downwards and hit that it's commonly called a razor arm lock.
It's one of his faves. The wall is in play for those of you that did not hear the rules meeting, but the wall can be in play. He was emphasizing hard on the can.
Yeah, we are not trying to stop the action at the Mid-South Classic.
Nope. And these guys know how to play.
All right.
Okay. Oh, he sat and he stood right
He
back up.
changed his mind.
And those some heavy sprawls, and he's snapping the neck when he sprawls.
Egghead said he'll throw in $20 for a wrist lock.
Heard it first. $20 for a wrist lock.
The comments know. We may let the room know when they all chill out in a second.
Right?
It's there. Yeah, there you go. It's there.
I'll match that $20. How about that?
All right. There's $40 for the first wrist lock in the room right now.
Come on, Watt. Start spinning that corner.
I'll give you $100 if you wrist lock a child.
Ooh. Okay.
First person to wrist lock a child in the room gets $100.
Wait, where's Thomas? He won't be mad at me.
Got to break the wrist though.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's got to be a full break. Like,
Mandatory break.
okay.
Okay. Look, he's got good control of that arm right now.
Egghead said he likes your Canadian style. What does that even mean? I'm
Until you
confused.
said the kid comment.
I say please and thank you, and
It's
I carry a bottle of maple syrup in my pocket.
Do you have a bottle of maple syrup right
You
now?
got the real maple
not right
syrup.
now. Not right now. I can
This
send
is-
for some.
There's 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this match. Both guys haven't let up at all.
Yeah, they're pretty evenly matched, I would say.
Seems like similar styles are just kind of clashing right here.
Oh, come up the head.
BJ sits.
Yeah, Wyatt's roping that arm through.
Yes, Kai Johnson. I'm pretty sure children just can grow new wrists. They're like lizards. They just grow it like a tail, right? It just grows back.
We need more one-handed people in the world, though, Joe.
Man, when I'm playing that rope pass, I'm actually looking to control that top arm of the person on bottom and hit that twister. You can hit the twister transition from there if you
Really?
play it really well. Yeah, I like to go to twister side.
Okay.
So, like, anytime I can control that top arm, I can start working around the legs.
BJ still working on his elevation here.
Nice pass by Wyatt there. Looks like he's trying to.
It's another crucifix play.
That's what I was looking at. He's trying to feed in that right leg and the inside of the wrist, but when he's pinning that knee so far, you should sit back further back. But he's just not aware of his hip position here.
He's confident with that one hook, though.
Yeah. A lot of people were playing that single hook game, that single leg hook game for the back. So he needs that hit back. He's going to get shaken off. He needs to transition for the swing.
We're
move
within
on
60 seconds right now. 1 minute going.
60 seconds.
Who wants it?
At the end of this 10 minutes, if we don't have a winner, remember we're going to an EBI overtime with 3 rounds of EBI overtime rules.
Wyatt's looking to underhook that far side leg. This is the first time we saw him on bottom, so he's playing a pretty good Z card. BJ's going to look to try to attack the head a little bit, mess with that posture.
Under 30 seconds.
And if you're going to shoot your shot, a leg lock's a good opportunity here, and maybe a diving guillotine. Try to snap that head up and go.
Oh,
He doesn't have the knee line.
knee.
He was safe the whole time through. Oh.
Was that it's a good shot.
Yeah, he had the knee line, but stuff can still get turned.
All right.
looks like his leg.
We're headed into
all
overtime.
sorts of jacked up.
I'm going to say it's his ankle. Because he left his ankle behind, the ankle could still get twisted. So the knee wasn't in danger, but the ankle is still in danger when you can rotate it.
Man looks to be rubbing his knee.
Well, he did have an LCL injury not too long ago, and I think he's still recovering from that.
Both gentlemen are looking quite sauced after that.
Wyatt's looking uncomfortable though with that ankle.
Yeah. He's rubbing the outside of it, and that's leading me to believe it's that LCL.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting his hips rotated. He just needs to get his elbow to the mat and turn up into him. I think that was about 10 seconds, give or take a few.
Great dumping.
No excuses. Just leave it on the mat, baby.
Man, these guys are troopers.
Especially Wyatt here. Looking all sorts of
he's
jacked
hurting.
up from that
He's the
straight ankle at the
putting the
end.
pressure. I think it was an outside heel hook attempt.
Ended
Yeah.
up in damaging his ankle.
And he's straight on that choke. He's going to finish that. That was a fast finish.
What a gangster.
Tell you what, props to him. Let's see if he's going to come back for the next match. I would after that performance, but he's going to have to do something with that leg.
Definitely gonna have to change up.
Get
his
some
strategy.
icy hot on there coming from Kai Johnson.
Can't be wrestling
No, I
the
think
same way.
he's going to need to be taping up that leg. I think it's his knee from a prior injury, but if it's a tweak on that ankle, he just needs to tape it up and support it at this point if he wants to come back out here.
Put some Windex on it.
Windex. Throw some mud on it. That's what we do down here. You throw some mud on it. It won't hurt.
Is that what we do down here? I didn't know that's
All
what
I
we
do in Alabama. What are you talking about?
Okay.
But I'm
All
from
right.
Lawrence County.
Well, both of those competitors had on the custom rash guards that we've got from Matt Viper. Those are going to be available on thewonderinggrappler.com on Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So
Catch you some.
catch you some.
Those are clean rash guards, though.
I really like how they came out. I really, really like how they came out.
The fit looks good.
And they're super comfortable.
Oh yeah, Kai Johnson's reminding me to shout out the wrist lock bonus. Where'd Steven go?
He disappears.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Steven. I will fill in our. Do we call him the commish? Is Brandon? What is Steven? Steven's the co-commit.
I think he's a commish.
He's a commish of the Mid
the
South.
Mid South.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll confer with commish in a minute.
The CEO.
Steven, there's from the chat. There's a $40 wrist lock bonus right now.
$40 for a wrist lock bonus added in the chat.
So $40 from you folks down in the chat on a wrist lock. There's
Me and Egghead.
him and Egghead.
Egghead said 20 and I said 20.
Peter's the dirtiest wrist locker in the world.
So
Ooh, this is going to be a fun matchup. So we're moving on to the next round of the 155 blue belts, and it's Latrell White against Jordan Park. So we got a 10th Planet Jacksonville and a 10th Planet Atlanta products. I'm leaning towards Jordan on this. The way he got in on those legs, I think he might have Latrell's number here. Oh, a beautiful butterfly sweep.
fast.
Looking for that Darce entry quick.
Oh, he's going to sit. He's going to sit the honey hole.
9 minutes 45 seconds left.
Matt with some solid coaching.
Solid,
Right.
solid advice.
Calling out 15 seconds gone on the clock.
These men came firing. Do you think it's the sheath underwear that they may have on?
It could
Some of
be.
our competitors have on sheath underwear.
It could be. It could be that Twisters and taxes bonus too.
Ah, man, there's a lot going on out here. So
My
you can
man at the works
the man.
dropping some turbo.
He's going to hit the back
Oh,
step.
Turbo.
what a
Honey
back
hole
step.
back step, keeps following for the roll, and inside heel hook, he'll finish it on the roll. He's just going to break it in the wall now if he
There's
can't
the
see
wall. Did the wall save him there?
it. No, it's not going to. He's going to finish it either way because he can't roll.
Tap.
All right, Jordan moves on to the finals. That's exactly what I expected out of him.
This is Steven versus who?
This is Steven versus Vance Calista.
Vance Calista giving up mad weight to all of his opponents.
Yeah, you know what? Come out and do it. He's putting it on the line no matter the weight. Vance is 123, and Steven, I don't have his. He's 155. He actually is 155, so it's a 32-pound difference. You know what? Get it.
Get it.
You got to run it. Showed up with $100 in his hand, was ready to go.
He's already showed out in one match. But Steven's a 10th Planet Atlanta product. That might be a smart move for him to sit. He did show he had a good guard game. But just like that backstep Jordan hit, that backstep, once that knee's cleared here, is really hard to defend. But he's already got on the head. Kind of like a baseball bat slides. What John's asking for him to do is to turn that knee out so that he can pass and get that leg free. Not turning it back in, but that was a neat way to do it. Just worried about the knee that way. If he actually turns his hips and turns his right hip on to Vance, he can just drop that knee down and let it slide out.
If he's flexible enough here, he could just finish this Darce with that leg in.
He could. It looks like Vance has good control of the wrist, but he may not have it anymore.
He's made him let go of it.
Yeah, doing that belly down defense. He's really disciplined with his arm there.
Good recovery back into guard.
Back into the same position they were just in. Yeah, Sean's telling me he's got the back step. Yeah, just watch. He's got the leg positioning if he wants it.
Brandon's in for another $40 on the wrist locks. So we're at $80 for wrist locks.
Hey, there's a back step there if he wants it. If he can clear that inside hook.
Did you say B-Max got 40 in there?
B-Max got 40 in there. So there's $80 on the wrist locks.
Well,
bounty.
I'll bump it up 20 to match Brandon's 40.
Oh, Lordy.
So we got
are
$100 for a wrist lock right now.
$100 for a wrist lock. I don't know if Steven heard that.
Looks like Vance is trying for that old school sweep down there. Control the toes.
He's grabbing the heel. He needs
Yeah,
to be
he
grabbing
needs
the
to
toes.
get the toes. That's how you can really pull him under in that old school sweep.
I know that because I got called for it on the internet.
Yep. Well, the toes are the end of the lever for the leg.
Very important.
You don't want to control high up the lever. You want to control the end of it. That way you can move it all. Watch for when that knee clears from the Z guard. If he gets past it, there's a back step along with that head control. Ooh, he's kind of playing the short hook game. I really like that. Reverse De La Hiva here. De La- He's got a really good Z guard. I'm really impressed with that. He's not pushing with that frame. He's just holding it like a wall, and walls don't move, which is what your frames need to be. Oh, Carrot said that Vance does a lot of open weight competition, so he's really used to these weight differences, and that 30 is not really a lot for him. It's not too uncommon.
Sometimes when you're used to it, it doesn't really make.
Yeah, it won't affect him as much. I mean, he's aware of it. But that speaks to his jiu-jitsu too. You can use it against any weight. That's a good idea.
See Steven getting a little
Beautiful.
bit frustrated here.
Vance able to re-guard again.
He's playing
playing
kind of a
De La
weird
Hiva.
in between. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just playing traditional De La Hiva. But you can hit some really cool inversions off that.
He's having his most success though in that Z.
Yeah. Yeah, but looks like Steven finally got past that Z. He's got that knee on belly. But man, he's got to watch giving his foot up so easily. When that arm goes down, he needs to address it. I would pin it with my hip or something, but he's just letting him get up under every time.
Vance's frames have definitely got to be tired from these two matches.
Yeah.
Vance working on that low single.
Yeah. I like to see Steven put his knee down to the mat in one direction. You get caught when you leave it on their stomach. Even if you think you're pinned, you got all their weight there, you get caught when you don't put your knee in one direction towards the mat.
Yes, sir. That's finished.
App.
That was a good hard fight.
So it looks like both the Atlanta products are in the final. Jordan Park and Steven Dana.
Great Darce.
It's beautiful. But man, Vance put up a good fight. That was
Very good fight.
beautiful work by those gentlemen. And I'm really impressed with Vance. I mean, coming in the smallest guy in the bracket, and he showed out. He's like, 30 pounds? That's nothing. My jiu-jitsu's still going to be good enough to compete against it.
So we got Chase Hanna versus.
Michael Clark. Ooh, gonna look for Chase to go for the legs here. I'm thinking he may hit that back step. He's just so calm here. You just watch. He goes like butter. He's already on the leg. Yep. Hit that inversion to Ashi, to a DOA, to that heel hook. Outside heel hook.
I watched two videos of
That was a very
Chase
good
earlier
finish.
today do this exact same thing.
That's his thing right there.
Amazing.
He hits a beautiful outside heel hook from Ashi, and he just floats through his movements. He's not expending more energy than he has to. He is like the epitome of what Brandon says. I'm going to make the other person do as much work possible, and I'm going to do kind of the least work in a way. Like Chase doesn't overextend himself. He waits for the other person to commit their weight too far in one direction, and he follows the energy to what he wants.
His experience is definitely showing today.
Yeah. He is gorgeous. Like his jiu-jitsu is gorgeous. I don't know how else to say it. His jiu-jitsu is an art.
That's a good way to put it. It's very pretty.
Yeah, his jiu-jitsu is an art. Like some jiu-jitsu you'll watch is like really heavy, fast-paced, and grindy, which is an art too. But his is like the flowy painting versus like the splatter stuff. That's how I see it.
You think we're gonna see him coming out of the gate that hard again with with that knee, or what are you thinking? You think maybe he tries to sit against Elkins? I don't think I see a wrestler sitting.
Yeah, I don't know.
If his foot's super tender, he should sit.
That would be my move.
But the thing is, when somebody sits on Matt, he snaps that guillotine up. He snaps that head control, and he's got that chin strap. Even when they stand, your head goes down slightly. Oop, there's a chin strap. Ooh, Keith Kavanaugh saying let's go Elkins. All the way from Ireland.
I just need.
Like, you know, you're warming up and everything. It's just like he's modeling.
I usually keep a hat on because shit's all sad right now. Gotta get faded up.
So Wyatt's a gangster. He's back there taping up the knee, and he's gonna keep it running. He's ready to run it.
That's a G right there.
Yep.
Hey, Steven, we're at $100 for the wrist lock. Brandon threw another 40 in.
$40 for a wrist lock?
$100 for a wrist lock.
Taxes done. If you get Twister, you can get $100 for a wrist.
What about
All I can throw in is dessert.
The wrister? Matt Elkins is saying that if he combines a twister and a wrist lock, what does he get, people?
But is it just a wrist lock finish from the twister position? You're not really getting the twister.
She's driving a hard course. She's got a good point.
If the taxes are in and BMAX in, I'm in. The wrister is in play.
The wrister.
If everyone agrees on it,
If
the
everyone's
wrister is in play.
So is the wrister in play, the people?
I don't know. I'm of the opinion that if you get a wrister, it's just a wrist lock from the twister position. I think you have to finish the twister because the twister is a spinal lock, whereas the wrister is just a wrist lock.
Right, but we're talking about dollars
But
here.
you got to twist that. You got to twist that spine in order
To get the wrist.
to get to that
Oh, that's
position.
true. I mean, you can hip in at the same time that you're finishing the wrist, so give them both.
We'll see. We'll see.
Man, that'd be fun to see.
That'd be fun. Be fun if we could combine.
Egghead's in.
Okay.
Egghead's okay with the wrister.
Hey,
How about my man at the work?
Just tell Matt. Just
We
tell
got it?
Matt that
I
I'll
haven't
give
seen
him.
him yet.
Just tell Matt I'll put on a batch of my white chocolate Reese's if he gets a wrister.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That'll make him go for it.
Now,
I'm just kidding.
now there's Reese's homemade Reese's cups on the table for a wrist. Everybody just wants to see them broken wrists. What is wrong with
Hey,
you people here?
I'll throw in some homemade white chocolate Reese's if somebody gets a wrister.
Commence the wrister. Oh man, we've created something, people. It's here.
Who okayed
That's
it?
Damian
BMAC?
Pace. I think he's. Yeah, I don't know where he's at.
I hadn't seen BMAC.
Okay. Anyone with money can say it's live.
We got people all over the world joining in. That's always a beauty to see.
Yeah, Keith's in there. Egghead's in there. Kai Johnson's in there.
I don't know where everybody's at, but it's always awesome to see. I just know they're not. Some of these guys are in America, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna join in and watch because jiu-jitsu is universal. It is a language that is universal.
Wyatt comes back out onto
Yeah.
both some gamers ready to run it.
Getting some recognition from the crowd.
Who's got our picks? Anybody got picks here in the comments?
Man, that super tender even taped up. He's a G for coming out here.
Yeah.
And Matt sits on him.
Matt's gonna invert on that leg.
That's some chivalry right there.
Yeah.
Chivalry.
I
They
tell
say
you
it's
what.
dead.
The Elkins brothers want to go against the best person at their best. On that head already.
Hard.
He's gonna I think Matt will
That's
finish that.
That's a deep.
Ooh, good control by Wyatt.
Very good to keep composure.
Matt's gonna invert to the back there. Maybe the arm bar. Nope.
Warriors out there. Guys are playing.
I like the sportsmanship shown here.
And we got 10th Planet Covina in the chat too. Nice to see y'all. That right there speaks to the level of competitor and person that Matt is.
For sure.
And even Wyatt in that regard. He's coming out here and he's competing even though he's injured.
Neither man taking it easy either.
No,
Don't get me wrong. Matt isn't letting them win here, but
no.
it's
But
definitely making it more sportsman-like. Wants to make that win mean something. You know?
exactly. He's not going to attack that leg.
No low-hanging fruit for him.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, Matt's not
Matt's
wanting
not
to
gonna
go
finish
out
that
like
way.
that. He doesn't want to go out like, oh, you touched my leg. He wants a real finish.
That's why Matt was staying away from it anyway. Like, I'm the same way. You don't want to win off attacking somebody's
Broken
injury.
problem, yeah.
No, you want to beat them at their best.
What they're good at. Dude. Good dodging by the camera crew over there.
It is a skill in and of itself to not get hit while working a camera.
Yeah.
I
At what point though does sportsmanship go out the window?
think Matt knows he can get the guillotine either way.
And I feel like he's given him enough of a shot. You know,
Yeah. I think we're 3 minutes
time,
in.
enough time has passed. You know, we can say that. You know, he's given him his best opportunity here. So
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think anybody would fault Matt for just turning it up a few extra degrees here.
Oh, yeah, no, he can definitely turn it up.
That's where you don't want to get caught slipping. You know.
He hits that.
That.
He loves to go from butterfly guard to like pushing his butt out real fast and snapping up
There,
that chin.
that
It's
arm.
beautiful. He looked like he was transitioning to the left, but the arm bar
I
is
thought he was
beautiful
too.
there.
Oh, wow. Good pressure by Wyatt. It's Matt coming back up.
Now, this is Matt's game.
This is Matt where Matt finished in his last match.
The winner of this match will be looking at Chase Hanna in the final, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's going to be the final. Man, he is grimacing in pain using that knee as a frame.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. It's like training with injuries. Don't train through it, train around it.
We got a verbal submission.
It was a verbal pass.
We got a verbal submission from Wyatt. Two gangsters right there, both.
I mean, props to him and coming out
Both
and still
players.
finishing that, going for his next match.
All respect for that.
100%.
All respect.
Hopefully, it's nothing serious. He can get it taken care of. I know he was.
The win by Matt.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Matt and Chase in the final. That's gonna be a heck of a matchup right there.
That's going to be a fun one. Who
Tough
your
to see
picks?
Wyatt go out like that.
Who's our picks for which one? Do we want to start with 185 or 155?
We're at the finals of both, right? Let's go 155. Who's your pick?
My pick is gonna be Jordan. I like how he gets in on those legs and he's super controlled with it.
Yeah, I see Jordan kind of running the same game as he did in the last two matches. You know?
My only thing is that they're both from Atlanta, so I'm assuming that they train a lot together.
There could be some dead zones.
Yep.
This is the final for 155-pound blue belts. The winner of of both divisions goes home with $1,000.
Paying the most money in Georgia.
Egghead, you just targeting my hex now, aren't you?
$100 for a wrist lock.
Ooh, you get $100 and Reese's if you get a wrister.
Sweetening the pot.
He's gonna go for that leg already. There's a beautiful inversion there.
They say that Jordan is from Gulf Shores.
He is from Gulf Shores.
Yes.
Okay, he was written down as Atlanta product, but they're kind of sister schools.
I would imagine that they all kind of share amongst themselves. That means he's down there with Yelverton. Some great guys down there. If you're ever at the beach looking for some 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, little plug for those guys. The homies down in Gulf Shores. Isn't it Gulf Shores where they're at? Orange Beach.
Gulf Shore.
Yeah,
Pardon
Gulf
me,
Shores.
Gulf Shores.
This is the 155-pound blue belt final.
Now that's always sometimes my worry with people who are down the leg lock path is if they get past. Like if you just go down that rabbit hole and you don't have your guard to go back with it, you're not great at regarding. Once you're mounted or your guard's passed, sometimes they just don't have the game to go with it. And I know because when I first started and when I got to my blue belt, I noticed real fast if I got my guard back, I didn't have a lot to do. Man, look at Steven in that choke.
Good attack.
Oh, he's getting that body triangle.
Left shoulder to center of his chest.
Jordan's really going to need to fight that choking arm and get those hips rotating. That lower body's got to win the fight as much as that upper body is.
I want your head on the mat, your left shoulder to his chest. Push the elbow up. Push the elbow up. Push the elbow up.
Feel that off, palm to palm, take your belly down.
Now his hips are starting to move just a little bit. He needs to keep working those hips at the same time as he's defending. There's two different battles going on here. The battle of the hands and then the battle of the hips. The hips have to win so that you can rotate your upper body to the mat.
He isn't doing anything with those hips with that body lock
Yeah.
tightly planted on him.
He's gotten a little rotation, got him off the back just a little bit, but not enough to be safe in any regards. And I'd like to see him win that head battle. With his head up like that, it just makes it a little bit easier for Steven to get that choke in and to control him better.
Push the elbow up. Push the elbow up.
He's getting deeper and deeper every time he goes. He's switching back and forth.
Fight the inside of the elbow.
Wall coming back into play again.
Stay calm, Jordan. Stay calm. Very tight. When you start trying to get flat, I want shoulders in his chest. Push the elbow up. Push the elbow up. Push the elbow up. Push the elbow up.
He may go through the jaw on
Push
that.
the elbow up.
Good. Yeah, good. Keep going.
Cranking.
Don't stop belly down. We never stop. He's under the chin, I
That's
think.
an issue.
Push it up. Push it up.
Is he under the chin?
It looks like he's digging up underneath. No, he's got his head turned.
Man, I would drop my hips into him, rip his head up a little bit.
I like the adjective you use there. Rip his head up. Did you hear that?
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
That got aggressive fast.
Well, if you think about it, he had his hips dropping down. He could have lifted
I
his head up
understand
and like.
completely what you're saying. You painted the picture perfectly. You don't have to go deeper.
I'm not this mean, y'all. I promise.
Oh, yeah,
right.
she
You were
is.
calling
Yeah,
for
right.
blood before the match even
Blood.
started.
Yeah, look, the comments are already going you rip his head off. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Keith, she's not sorry.
Oh, Keith knows. I like to go hard. She's vicious. Oh,
Thanks for joining us, Sheldon. Where's
Oh,
B-Mac been hiding this
he was going for the
monster?
straight jacket control.
That was looking
That's
good,
a
yeah.
really good control from the back. So essentially, you're grabbing the wrist bone with the opposite hand, and that gives you cross body control. There's a reason it's called the straight jacket, because it gives you cross body control, and they really can't do a lot of fighting from there. It's just a super, super great job, super good way to transition to the choke. Start pinning the wrist and the hands.
Your left leg straight, please. Jordan, your left leg. Left leg straight.
Jordan's doing a really good job defending his back. I mean,
Left leg straight.
that's a skill set in and of itself.
Sure is.
So keep
Push the elbow, Jordan.
push the elbow. He needs to push that elbow up a little bit,
Push the elbow up. Push the elbow
because
up.
even if you block that figure four
Oh,
there,
that's.
Get flat, get
Oh,
flat.
wow.
There, you're
Got a
okay.
good escape.
Don't get stuck belly down. Get flat, Jordan. Flat on the floor. Yep. Stay.
Keith.
Stay. Jordan, straighten your left leg. Hey.
Oh, and he's out of the back control.
I am not a psychopath. Oh well, on the mats I am. I'm coming for you, Keith, the next time you come down.
Lots of good jiu-jitsu happening here. Turned back into
Nicely done, Jordan. That's super impressive. It takes a lot of
4.5
energy to
minutes
defend the back, but also Steven was going after that back too, so he was expending a lot of energy there as well. I wonder how his arms are feeling right now.
Probably burnt to shit. Full of lactic acid.
looks-
Just
yeah.
throbbing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already been 3 matches, and his matches went longer than Jordan's did.
You get to that point where your forearms are burning, you can't close your hands all the way. I always feel my grip strength going when my forearms are burnt out.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like when you go mountain climbing or rock climbing and stuff, and you just feel it build up and it just burns. And you, even though you think you can squeeze more, your muscles only have so much energy it can expend at one time.
Oh, you'll think, okay, close your hand, and you'll look down and your hand doesn't close.
Yeah, 100%. Try pushing the chair after that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Make those grips and go. Get inside. We're not playing the outside, we're playing the inside.
Oh, look, Kai J joined in on the chat. Y'all, that's a legit killer out of Decatur.
Back up and inside.
Steven definitely looking tired.
Guy J, Matt Elkins was calling you out from across the room. He's giving us the eyeballs.
These guys are getting a little tired, especially like this is the most energy they've had to expend. This is the longest time they've been on the mat. This is when you really show what your cardio is made of. 10-minute matches are not something that most gyms train.
Back up, move in.
Definitely not on the regular.
Yes, sir.
Good pick is there, Jordan.
Hey, look at his orientation. Look how he's sitting. Yes, sir.
I was kind of expecting Jordan to play more of a shin-on-shin guard here.
Chase it, you gotta go, man. If he reaches in, make him
We're
pay.
within under 2.5 minutes.
Right here. Look,
2.5 under 2.5 minutes.
Under
Okay.
2.5 minutes.
Inside. Not tired, move.
You can find the custom Mid-South Classic
Okay.
rash guards these guys have
Jordan's in
on
Z guard.
High leg over. High leg over, Jordan. Right.
at www.wonderinggrappler.com at 9 a.m. on Monday. First come, first serve.
Don't miss out on these limited edition rash guards. There's not many of them, and they're going to go fast.
Move it.
Fast, fast.
Yep.
Oh, rolling Kimura
About like
attempt.
that.
Yes, Jordan. Watch out. Knee elbow, Jordan. Knee elbow.
Hey, Steven, cradle that head in. There's nowhere to go.
Hey, the wall is going to be a big factor right
Play a
here.
big factor. We're under 2 minutes.
Hey, Steven, we
Maybe the armbar attempt here.
get in arms to the mat. You know that.
Jordan, you got the flat trap if he tries to go north-south. The minute he comes
The
up,
arm, the
Catching
wall.
the armbar maybe, but finishing it against
Yeah.
the wall. What do you think?
That's going to be a difficult
It's going to be hard.
call. You can't make the pivot quite right.
I would maybe let him turn it.
$60, egghead.
Because if you wanted to hit the turn, the armbar to the far side, you're still going to fall into that.
You could hit that top side razor.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
One attitude.
stay calm, Jordan. You're fine. Stay calm. He's gonna look
Yes,
for the back.
sir.
Flatten out.
Now we're going south, sir.
Oh, yeah, TJ, bring it back. Fine.
Playing that knee on neck game.
Steven just
Vicious.
sucking the life out of him right now.
Hey, I feel that knee on neck or maybe like hip bone to face.
Under a minute.
Hey, get under his elbow right bicep. Yes, sir. Very good.
They have less than 60 seconds to finish this. If not, we're going to go to E EBIOT.
Keep your frames active.
See what these gentlemen got in the tank right now. He's got a really good frame across the elbow, like to prevent him to go to the back. Jordan's got some really good frame discipline right there.
30 seconds. Maybe the mounted triangles. No?
Maybe a back triangle if he feeds his leg through
Yeah.
high enough.
Yeah. Oh, wait. That was his hand. I thought that was his leg right there.
I saw what you meant. I can
Yeah,
understand where you
yeah.
got that from, though.
Big Steve, let's get a joint lock. Where you going?
Up, up.
Good defense there.
10 seconds.
I'll give it
Jordan, you
one
gotta
more
put
time.
something in the air, man.
Wrist lock, 5 seconds.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a wrist lock fired off in the final few seconds.
Bonuses are still in
All
play.
right. That's the time.
Taxes and twisters get you $100. Nope, taxes and twisters get you your tax return done.
That gets your
Yeah.
tax return
Wrist
done.
locks get you $100.
That gets you cold, hard cash. When you're deep inside of the EBI overtime right now, you know what's really nice to have?
What's that?
Support from your underwear.
Yeah.
Sheathunderwear.com. Use use Mid-South saves 20 to save 20% on your order.
Hey, good underwear and a discount. You can't go wrong.
100.
And girls, they have really good sports bras.
Shane's got this rear naked deep.
Jordan, as soon as you take
Body
your choke
triangle
off,
locked
you gotta
up.
start getting your head-
Jordan's been
I know.
successful all afternoon here fighting the hands.
Yeah, I feel like Steven's arms might be too tired for this position.
Gotta think they're
Yeah,
just
ugly with
burnt.
your head.
Yeah,
Push it against his if you need
and he already knows Jordan's defended
to. Be
it.
careful with that. No.
Steven, you can start putting in those Nelson
Drive off your feet and go to the floor.
Maybe he's using your strat there and get collecting that ride time early as the
Yeah.
as
You
the
see,
top of the first.
Steven's going for that Nelson control here.
Anthony Burchak does something like this. Backpack control.
Don't go
Yeah.
down.
Shout out to Anthony Burchak, 10th
Oh,
Planet
that
Tucson.
arm's in there in an awkward way.
Okay, Jordan, push the elbow up with your right hand. Push your
That's
elbow
a
up.
weird little.
Jordan, stay calm. Stay calm.
There you go, Steven.
You can finish an arm and rear naked,
Open your
but
shoulder.
you got to have it just right.
I was gonna say I can't say that I've ever seen it.
Open your shoulder.
I've seen somebody do it, but they do have longer arms and they like really pull that arm across and feed it in. It's not an easy one or a common one at all.
Left shoulder in the center of his
Hey,
chest.
pop that elbow where you want it. Go ahead.
Jordan, don't do that.
Hey, you can finish him with the.
We still haven't seen a twister yet, but if anybody hits a twister, we've got Works Bookkeeping that is willing to do the man's taxes that hits the twister today. And we have $100 on the table for the wrister.
And Steven is racking up the ride time.
Uncle Liberty seems pumped about this
Good
match.
control. All you gotta do is he needs to get those hips.
Oh, he's got to clear the hips.
More of like the elbow. If he just get the elbow,
Is
yeah.
it the elbow? There you go.
Yeah.
He's out.
So if you do it based on how like Eddie Bravo runs Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds and EBI, it's when that elbow fully clears and you can no longer take the back. So that's why you can go from the back to the arm triangle because the elbow is still controlled.
Jordan, all the hip control there, man. Stay tight.
This is the EBI overtime of the 155-pound blue belt division.
Go, Jordan. Lock it. Go.
Go pick the side, yes, sir. Hey, bring that across.
Second round. Do we know about what ride time was on that first one?
About 2 minutes.
All two, yeah.
Was it all two?
All two.
Stay tight, Jordan. Stay
Let's
tight.
go, baby. Let's go. We're almost out already. Here we go.
Jordan's secure head and arm here.
Put your head on the side of his.
Resets into that back
That was a
control. Very
good
nice.
reset. And you got the body triangle.
Very nice.
Keep your head tight, Jordan. Hold your head tight.
I'd
Good
like to see
control.
Jordan's head like winning the head battle here.
Jordan, keep your chest on his back.
He's got the choking arm on bottom, so he's good there. I didn't see that he was on the bottom from where I'm at. Unfortunately, I can't see the hands or anything.
His articulation is too far to the left, though, to be attacking that rear naked.
Yeah.
Jordan, I want your
Steven-
You'll have to switch him to the other side to really finish on it.
Oh, he may just go through
Oh,
the chin.
man.
Oh,
Over
there's
the
a
chin.
switch.
Yeah,
Wow.
everything below the nose is the neck. But
He's
if
squeezing. I
If
don't know
he
if he has
doesn't-
the.
He can breathe.
I'm about to say, if he doesn't tap in there, he's wasting his energy.
Drop your elbow, Steven. Drop your elbow. Drop your elbow.
Man's a G for taking that, though.
Oh yeah, it's super uncomfortable. But if you can really get on the lower part of the jaw and like pull the chin down and in, that's where you'll get
Kicking
the
off the
terrible
wall.
finish.
Jordan's got two hands together, but unfortunately, it's in that seatbelt grip, so he's not going to be able to threaten that rear naked like he wants to.
Go belly down. Put your
Yeah.
belly down and finish.
Steven, listen, you gotta
We're
go,
a
buddy.
minute 30 into
Jordan, go through the center
this
of his wrist.
bottom of the first portion of EBI overtime.
Jordan, get
Yeah,
ugly
these
with
guys
it.
are going to be really close on ride time here, so
Squeeze.
we'll see how it goes the next 2 rounds, or the next round at least, unless there's a submission before the ride time's over.
Yes, sir. You're up. Let's go. Yes, sir. Very good.
And mistake.
I'm going to say there's roughly 10 seconds difference on the ride time right now. Steven's ahead on ride time.
So, the unofficial time is about 10 seconds difference.
Yep, unofficially about 10 seconds difference.
9 seconds difference.
Okay,
9-second difference.
I was pretty close.
Hey, Steven, get your legs first, okay? Legs first.
Go.
Steven right into that body triangle.
Go.
He ripped him to it.
So now we have
But Jordan did a good thing of going to the non-choking arm. That's where I throw. That's where you should throw yourself if you want to be the safest and have the best chance to get out. Look, when you're in these dead zones, you've got to take every inch they give you. So when they say go, you throw yourself to that side and try to win the head battle immediately.
Quit turning to your right. Turn to your left. And flatten out.
Hey, Steven, keep his right hip down with your right knee.
Some great coaching going over there on the corner.
Shoulder in the center of his chest, bro.
About 36 seconds
There
in.
we go, Steven. Hey, Steven, with your right hand, I want you to go ahead and win that hand fight.
And it's so
Right
neat
side.
seeing them coach against each other
Right hand, right
because
side.
Yelverton is one of Sean's students. So it's like it's the coach and the student and then the coach and the students. It's really neat to see that.
Lots of interesting matchups we're getting to see in these type of settings.
Start putting this fight-
About a minute in on ride time
Win
now.
that hand fight against Steven. You can't let him have 2-on-1.
If you're ever interested in sitting in on Stephen Aiken's classes, you can go over there
He's
to
playing that Nelson
Kajabi.
control.
Oh, look at
Is
that.
he going to finish that full Nelson?
Uh,
You gotta use
I mean, does this fall into wrist lock world? Maybe.
No.
He
No,
doesn't
had to
have
tag
any
her wrist.
option.
No, this is shoulder pinch.
Yeah. About a minute 31 in. Super uncomfortable.
Stephen Eakin is launching his Kajabi over the Dream Stephen Eakin.mykajabi.com
I wonder how much
for
this-
$5.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go
there,
ahead.
Isaac. I wonder how much this is going to affect him if he rides it out into the next match. Because
This is final, isn't it?
So,
is it the final? I
This
thought
is
it was.
It's the-
I thought this was a second.
no,
round.
you have one more round if you
Yeah.
get
One more
to
round.
goes
I
to.
got
This is
you.
the
I
second
got you.
round,
So
yeah.
semifinals.
So, he's
Sorry.
doing a really good job of keeping his elbows still up.
Ooh.
With that, a lot of people can let their elbows go past the center line of their head a little bit, just with that flexibility.
But stretching out your lats like that, like you.
But I would say he's already pretty loose, so maybe his muscles will be forgiving.
Sure. We're gonna find out right now.
He's doing that single hook. He opted for the single hook. Yeah, the only thing with that, once you're out, you're out.
And that's him out.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that Jordan will have to get a submission to win after that.
So even
Let's
if he
see if,
holds the ride time the whole time, it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, let's see if Steven can put the pressure on and submit him here.
Yeah.
Steven, legs first, legs first, legs first, legs first, lock. Yes, and now we're
This would be the strat to go for the kill, yeah.
I
Like
would
at-
go for ride time.
Yeah.
He's already ahead in ride time. If he fully maxes out the ride time, he should still be ahead.
Can my man Jordan catch up though with all the ride time that's been accumulated by Steven?
I don't think so. Oh, are you talking about from Jordan's perspective?
Yeah.
I'm talking about from Steven's perspective.
No, me too.
I don't think
I would
Jordan
like to
can
know
catch up.
that time difference before this third round started.
I don't think Jordan
He
can
can't-
catch up.
Yeah, if he can't make up the
Because
time, I would go
Steven
for
got
the
out
kill
in
shot.
11, like 11, 12 seconds. So,
I'd
and
want
he
to put that
accumulated
pressure on.
3.5 minutes of ride time roughly. So, I think that Jordan's going to have to go for the kill.
No, but I mean so if
Oh,
my
going
man,
into the third,
yeah,
yeah.
if
And
my
there's a
man Jordan
mistake.
can't make up the time, Steven, my strat would be to go for the kill.
Yeah.
The ride time's already there.
Now,
This
the
is a
question is,
deep-
if he's going for the kill, should he go for the back or the arm?
Well, each to their own, right? Each
Yeah.
to their own strength. So Jordan's probably feeling pretty confident on his back control.
Well, true, because he doesn't have a time limit now. He's the bottom of the third OT, so he has the whole time to submit.
He's having trouble keeping him there. And this is the position where Steven spun out last time.
That was my big question. Since Steven got out so fast the last time, maybe I thought the armbar would be a better
Switch it up.
choice.
Yeah. Give him a different look.
But it really depends on how much you drill it.
Steven's out.
That was a good matchup. Those gentlemen did
Wow.
really well.
That was a really good ride.
I'm positive
Is that $1,000?
that's $1,000 to the winner.
$1,000 to my man
I think it's going to be Steven on ride time.
Steven Dana.
Yep. That's an impressive match, and I bet you both of those guys' arms are tired.
Yeah, Kirby Aiken said that hope neither one of those boys got to drive home because neither one of them are going to be able to grip.
Hey, you can drive with your feet.
How they
True.
gonna push the pedal? Oh, 1 foot up and one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
I dated a girl with no arms once. She
Driving
drove,
with their feet.
drove the car,
That's impressive.
did everything.
All right,
So
we
we
got
got
Chase
Chase
Hanna.
Hanna.
Oh, and Matt Elkins. My bad.
You're good.
Who y'all got? Come on, tell me in the chat who you got.
Who we calling out?
Chase sits. Oh, look at that 2-on-1 control. That's actually engaging too. I'm gonna look for a honey hole entry off this.
Direct that outside arm over there. Yeah.
Oh, he may transition to the far leg.
That's nice, dude. That's real nice. We're already in. We're already in. Okay.
And that look.
Hey, follow, Chase, follow. Watch your neck right there.
Oof.
Good grab.
Oh, he's in on Ashi now though. He's gonna get that outside heel hook.
Oh, that was sick.
Another
Chase Hanna. with a
$1,000.
Quick win.
All
That's-
three of his finishes were from an outside heel hook from Ashi. That was beautifully done.
So now we're gonna go to Steven presenting the awards. Everybody came in and bet on themselves, and the winner takes home $1,000. Okay, Keelan's got the mic.
Yeah, guys, when you come up to these matches, you're paying for the chance to win your money back and the rest of the competitors. That's $1,000.
And anybody that drops out, because you don't get refunds.
Right.
No
Once you
refunds.
buy in, you buy in.
That's it.
What other tournament do you go to that you get the chance at $1,000?
None in Georgia.
Right.
None.
None. Not
So
one.
if you get the chance to do a Mid-South, I would sign up as quick as I could
Oh,
and get
wait.
the experience.
There is one. The Mid-South Classic.
The Mid-South Classic.
Hosted in Perry, Georgia at 10th Planet Perry.
That is. Behind you. Should be on. Is it on? Hey, and that.
Thank you all, everybody, for coming out. Coaches and competitors, obviously, we couldn't do this stuff without you. Our sponsors. Oh, is that on? Oh,
No.
see, I was talking,
Just talking to the midair.
talking to this microphone that don't work.
Just use that one.
Speak. Listen, don't tell me what to do. I'm a black belt. White belts over there with opinions. Listen, because it don't work right. $1,000 to each bracket winner. We're happy to give away this money thanks to our sponsors, the Musgrove Trial Firm, Bookkeeping and Accounting, Sheath Underwear, Mid-South Saves 20, and Matt Viper for the rash guards you guys saw everybody wearing today. We'll have a special drop for those on Monday. You can get them on the Wandering Grapplers website. So Stephen Dana from 10th Planet Atlanta, right? $1,000, man. So what do you think about today's tournament?
It was fun. It was really good.
It's good. Car handle good. Make some money. You gonna pay your bills with that?
Yeah.
Going to Disneyland or what? Club Cheetah? Is that still a thing? I don't know. Anybody you want to thank or anything, man?
Just my team and my coach, Sean Applegate, and all my teammates at 10th Planet Atlanta.
Cool, man. You guys represented today, man. Thank you for coming out, man. And the winner of our 185 open rank, Chase Hanna, also from 10th Planet Atlanta. So we had a 10th Planet ATL sweep today at the Mid-South Classic. There you go, good sir. Thank you for coming out, brother. Representing again. This is Chase's second time coming out with us, so he's taking on some money. How'd you feel about today?
Oh, it was good, man. Really fun matches. Saw a lot of good stuff out here, so pretty pumped up.
Cool, man. We're glad to get you guys in here. Turner and Brennan, we're giving away the most money of anybody in the state. We don't take any of the competitors' money. We put it all in the pot, and then we add some of the money we get from our sponsors. So don't listen to what those other guys say. We do the most for the competitors, okay? Thank you guys at the Mid-South.
Well, you heard that. And we'll get the,
What's that? Oh.
We'll get the mic back over here to Pete. And thank you for everybody tuning in.
Man, Eric had asked if Chase could make 170. I would love to see Chase Hanna in the PGF.
Chase at 170. That would be scary. Thank you for everybody to come in. Make sure that you go and you check out if you want one of the Matt Viper rash guards, thewanderingrappler.com. You can find that Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Sheathunderwear.com. Mid-South Saves 20. And then we've got Works Bookkeeping, and we've got Buddy Musgrove over the Musgrove Trial Firm. Give Buddy a call if you find yourself in trouble. Y'all got any closing thoughts?
No, just thank you for tuning in, everybody. You guys and all these fans here make it possible for us to keep doing this and do it well.
Thank you so much. Jiu-Jitsu is not just a sport, it's a lifestyle and it's a family. And when the competitors come and show out, I love seeing the fans support it. So continue to support all the competitors, support the Mid-South, and just keep making Jiu-Jitsu better.
Definitely. Everybody enjoyed it.
Thank you, everybody. Until next time.
Come again.
See you later at the next Mid-South Classic.
Well, we want to see everybody at the next Mid-South Classic, but let us know what weight classes you want to see. So be dropping tags and stuff and your friends when you see us post the posters. Let us know people you want to see. And definitely thank you for Brandon for having us on his channel today. We were simulcasting on Brandon's. Yeah, we've been talking about the Kajabi. You want to talk about your Kajabi for a second? You can jump in. If y'all want to go to Steven's. All right. Here's Steven, everybody. There's still 87 people in here.
87 people. Wow.
87 people come here and talk to Steven.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys again for tuning in. Oh, look, get Pete out of the way. Oh, he's trying to bunny hop over this thing. You know how we do.
That was impressive.
Yeah, it's Pete. It's Pete. But yeah, so we're starting out with a new online academy for myself, The Dream, StephenAiken.mykajabi.com. Going to start putting class archives up. We're going to start that for like $5 a month. So if anybody wants to support me, this is the way that you can do it. I'd like to give back to the grapplers. So all the money that I made basically on this tournament, we got from sponsors. We put right back into the pot to try to help give back to the grapplers. So what I ask is that if you want to support me, you can go over to The Dream, StephenAiken.mykajabi.com and sign up for the class archives. It's only $5 a month. We're going to consistently be updating with what's going on here, there. And there'll be other like online content courses, like a mastermind coaching group and stuff like that we're trying to work up all the content on right now. So stay tuned. We're doing some big things. What you got to say, bud?
Oh, Thomas wants
Peace.
to say peace.
That's it. That's all we got to say right there. South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Cool. Thank you for tuning in. See everybody later.
Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.